Gītāshu Upanishashu Kachase Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade नाम एकादशोऽध्यायः हरि ओम तत्सत् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shama Gauri Mataji, for very beautiful recitation. And this time you did very fast than the last time. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji, for the opportunity.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Thank you for the very beautiful chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyev chapatidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo nama. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Assembled devotees ki jai. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi, welcoming all of you to mid-morning class. May I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Mataji, this is Balavrinda.
Hare Krishna, Balavrinda. Welcome to the class. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta. Thank you, Mataji, for your warm welcoming, and thank you, Shama Gauri, for the Mataji, for the very beautiful chanting of the 11th chapter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your wonderful services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Thank
Dandavat
you.
Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Preeti Vilasini Mataji, for your encouragement, and thank you for the opportunity, Mataji. Thank you, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, for giving me the opportunity for
Hare
recitation.
Krishna, Mataji. It's everybody's Mataji. Thank you for coming. You can recite one more time. You will decrease the time of reciting it. You'll go even faster.
Fast.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandot pranams to all the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sumi from Chennai, India, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. This is Akshay Das from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Akshardas Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your recitation in all the classes. Welcome to the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I missed to see you in the summer camp. You were joining.
I'm living in ISKCON, Toronto. So yeah, temple services.
Oh, okay. I was seeing you first week. You were there with
Yeah, very beautiful sessions, Mataji. Like I still feel like when I was a kid, I didn't get bhakti, but yeah, very good to see kids
Yes.
improving and developing.
Very good, Prabhuji. Yeah, kids' classes are always wonderful. Even I become a kid and I join all the classes and hear all the classes. Yes, Prabhuji.
I look forward for chapter 11 recitation maybe in coming days sometime. I'll practice and yeah.
Sure, Prabhuji, let me know when you want to
Sure.
recite. You can send a message to any one of us, whoever number you have, coordinator, any number you can send us.
Hare Krishna.
So, yeah, Prabhuji joined. We'll start the recording here. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Today, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya Kanda, 13th chapter, 31 verse to 40. Before I hand over the call to Prabhu, I would like to read today's Srila Prabhupada's quote, 10th of July. Although the goddess of fortune is very restless and does not like to stay in one place for very long time, she always finds new wonderful things in serving Krishna's lotus feet, so that she can never think of leaving him. This is the actual position of Krishna consciousness. That when that when we get some taste of rendering sublime loving service to the Lord, no more do we have any taste of any other engagements. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for joining and giving your valuable time and association this mid-morning and enlightening us on the topic of Caitanya Bhagavat, and waiting for your quiz or any other session that you conduct every time. It is very nice, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, over to you.
Hare Krishna. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. We will discuss from Chaitanya Bhagavatam. I will open the Priti Vilasini Mataji has shared with me the PDF file. All these days I was not having. Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Kanda, 13th chapter, deliverance of Jagai and Madhai. So this is the most famous pastime. Any Nityananda Trayodasi, there should be a generally most of the Nityananda Trayodasis will have, all the temples have a drama on this Jagai Madhai, the deliverance Leela. One of the most like we do for Damodar for 1 month. Similarly, this is also most repeated first time. Mahadasya Praya Dui, Madhyapa Vishala. One day they saw two drunkards on the street. The two were fully intoxicated and acted like great rogues. The phrase Vishala Madhyapa refers to a person who drinks excessively. Pa means drinking, Madhya means wine, liquor. So Madhyapa, they drink wine. Vishala means greatly. So excessive drinkers, both of them. One day they saw two drunkards. Who are they here? Who saw the true drunkards?
Jagai Madhai.
No, they. The word they refers to whom? One day they saw two drunkards on the street.
Haridas Thakur and Nityananda.
Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. They saw these two drunkards, Jagai and Madhai, on the street. The two were fully intoxicated and acted like great rogues. Se doe janara kata kahite apar, tara nahi kare hena, papa nahi yar. There were unlimited stories about the two, for there was no sin that they had not committed. So there are so many stories. People in that Navadvip, they speak to each other. Oh, today Jagai did this, Madhai did this, like that. So many unlimited stories. For there was no sin that they had not committed. There are, we'll have a brainstorm activity also. What are the various sins that we'll do after reading this 33rd sloka. Brahmana Haya Madhya Gomamsa Bhakshana Dakachure Paragruha Dahesar Bhakshana. Although they were Brahmanas, they are actually Jagadananda and Madhavananda, their names. But people call them as Jagai and Madhai. They were always engaged in drinking wine, gomamsa. So they were doing the killing the cows and eating the gomamsa, bhakshana, daka churi. So they are plundering the wealth of others. Paragruha dahe. So they are doing dahan. Dahan means burning the paragruha, others houses. The phrase Dhaka Chori means stealing or robbing. The word Dahe means to burn. In that way, these people are engaged, Jagai and Madhai. Just give me a minute. So in that way, Nityananda and Haridas Thakur, they saw the two drunkards were greatly intoxicated. There were no sins that they have not committed. They did all the sins. They are Brahmanas, drinking wine, eating beef, plundering wealth, and burning others' houses. Some of the sins are mentioned in the 33rd sloka. Can you all tell some other sins that are mentioned in the scriptures? Any sins that you remember that the scriptures have mentioned?
Insulting women, Prabhuji.
Any other sins that are other than drinking wine, eating beef, plundering wealth, burning others' houses?
I think when Mataji said insulting women or
Insulting women.
misbehaving with women.
Gambling, yes.
Trespassing in somebody else's property.
Okay. Okay. It is covered here, I think.
Murdering,
Well,
murdering, Prabhuji.
Stealing,
okay. Stealing, murdering.
Lying.
Hmm?
and then abusing everyone.
Telling lie. Lying, Prabhuji.
Telling lies.
Cheating propensity.
Cheating.
Acquiring wealth illegally.
Meat eating and prostitution.
Meat eating already mentioned. Prostitution.
Beating others like physically.
Okay. Eating the physical abuse.
Associating with sinful person. Illicit sex.
Okay, prostitution and the same, I think, little related. Okay, in the chat box, every sin except Vaishnava Aparad. Okay. Okay, thank you. When I also thought about this, because here it is mentioned there is no sin that they have not committed. Then I thought, what are the various sins mentioned? That came to my mind are the Canto 5, chapter 26, which gives the list of various sins. I'll just quickly go through. Appropriating another's legitimate wife, children, or money. Slyly cheating another man and enjoy his wife and children. Accepting body as the self. Working very hard day and night for money to maintain body and bodies of wife and children. Committing violence against other living entities. Some of you mentioned physical abuse. Maintains one's body by hurting others. Cruel men cooking poor animals and birds alive for maintenance of bodies and satisfaction of tongues. Of course, here I am only giving the list of sins. But in this particular chapter, sin is given and also the corresponding hell that they go to, that is also given there. Killer of a Brahmana, deviating from the path of Vedas. A sinful king or government representative who punishes an innocent, faultless person, means giving a false judgment. Inflicts corporal punishment upon a Brahmana. Human endowed with knowledge certainly commits sin if he kills or torments insignificant creatures who have no discrimination. If after receiving some food he does not divide it among guests, old men, and children, but simply eats it himself without performing 5 kinds of sacrifice. A person who, in the absence of an emergency, robs a Brahmana or anyone else of his gems and gold. Man or woman who indulges in sex with an unworthy member of opposite sex. A person who indulges in sex indiscriminately, even with animals. Responsible but neglects to execute prescribed duties according to religious principles, and who thus becomes degraded. Shameless husbands of low-born Sudra women live like animals, no good behavior, cleanliness, or regulated life. Man of higher classes, fond of taking his pet dogs, mules, or asses into forest to hunt and kill animals unnecessarily. Proud of eminent positions, heedlessly sacrifice animals simply for material prestige. Foolish Dvija forces wife to drink his semen out of lusty desire to keep her under control. Professional plunderers who set fire to others' houses or administer poison. Government official plunder merchants of by forcing them to pay income tax. One who bears false witness or lies while transacting business or giving charity. This also one of you mentioned, telling the lies. Brahmana or Brahmana's wife who drinks liquor. Low born, falsely proud, and fails to respect to one more elevated than him by birth. Austerity, education, behavior, caste, or spiritual order is like a dead man. Men and women who sacrifice human beings to Bhairava or Bhadrakali and then eat their victims' flesh. People who give shelter to animals and birds, and after making them believe that they will be protected, they pierce them with lances or threads and play with them like toys, giving them great pain. Like envious serpents, always angry and giving pain to other living entities. Those who confine other living entities in dark wells, granaries, or mountain caves. Householders who receive guests or visitors with cruel glances as if to burn them to ashes. proud of wealth, vision twisted, afraid of robberies.
I think Prabhuji lost his connection.
Hare Krishna, I'm sorry, actually, I am in a remote place. My signal is a little. Okay. Proud of wealth, vision twisted, afraid of robberies, suspects, even superiors, face and heart dry up at thought of losing wealth. So always look like a friend. No actual happiness, doesn't know what
Prabhuji,
it is to be free from anxiety.
Prabhuji, we
So
can't
these
hear.
are the
Your voice is breaking.
simple things one does not one does to earn money. So similarly in the Ramayana also there are list of sins that Bharat Maharaj tells to Kausalya Devi, because by the time Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita Devi, they went to Dandakaranya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your voice is breaking and we can't see your PPT. Would you like to off your camera and try, Prabhuji? Sometimes when we off our camera, internet is good, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Voice is audible now.
Yes, Prabhuji. But it would be better if you can off your camera, Prabhuji. That will help us. It won't disconnect.
I am really sorry for making it. Okay. In the Ramayana also there are some list of sins that Bharat Maharaj tells to Kausalya Devi after he returns back from his maternal uncle place, because Kausalya Mata, she suspects that Bharat also might be involved in this. So immediately he tells to give her assurance. Bharat Maharaj tells, if I am involved or anyone else who involved, they will get the reaction of performing the sin of kicking a sleeping cow. That is also a sin. Sin of a master who takes labor from a person but does not pay him. So taking service from someone but not paying him is also a sin. Sin of making a promise to do yajna, after that breaking the promise. Sin of offering the food to, not offering food to devatas. Sin of eating the food alone, not giving to son and wives. Sin of maintaining family by selling liquor, meat and poison. So this is also very, because sometimes there is a confusion. These professions can be done, we will get the money from this and use in the Krishna service. But here it is mentioned that it is a sinful thing. Sin of killing a person who is running away in the battle. Sin of sleeping during the Sandhya time. It appears very, not very, sleeping in the Sandhya time is okay. Many times we see devotees also maybe taking sleeping during this time. But actually it is a sin as per the Ramayana. When the sun, when sunrise happens or at the time of sunset and during noon time, sleeping is a sin. Sin of not serving the parents. Sin of polluting drinking water, giving poison to others. Sin of not giving water to someone, although water is available. Sin of seeing two people quarrel and not attempting to make peace. So that is also a sin. Instead of just taking entertainment when two people are quarreling, one should try to sort it out. Then it is a, otherwise it is a sin. So it is mentioned, these two, Jagai and Madhai, they avoided royal punishments. And notices of town authorities, not yet have passed without wine and meat. So every day they were having the wine and meat. Because the Shastras, generally they regulate the sinful activities. I have seen Shastras, they say, yes, if you are too much attached to meat, you can take the meat, but on a certain days like Amavasya, and that much only. In that way, what is happening is regulating. Even in my childhood, I saw, although they are not following the Shastra, but they have a regulated, even though they are doing sin, only on Sankranti, after Sankranti, Kanuma is there, one festival, Bhogi, Makar Sankranti and Kanuma. On the third day, they take again, like that 3 or 4 times in a year in our village. That is what I observed. It is a sin, but in a regulated way. Later, they started taking on Sundays, every Sundays. I don't know from where that rule came. And that was there even in the BTech hostel, I observed it. But when I went to the Indian Institute of Science, it is a prestigious college, and there are three messes, and out of three, in two, every day there is a meet. There is no regulation. Even those who want to regulate, they say that on Saturday we don't eat for Balaji's sake. They need to do on their own. But the mess, there is a meat served every day, 7 days, 365 days, 7 days in a week. So I don't know. That is what the modern people, the slaughterhouses, etc. No regulation at all. So these Jagai Madhai, they are also not a single day passed without wine and meat. Kotwala, the Kotwal is a Persian word for the town authorities. So they avoided this kotwal. They do sin, but somehow they are escaping from the punishment. They roll in the street and punch anyone they meet. So generally, those who are intoxicated, they roll in the street because they lose their common sense. They don't know where they are. So that is how these people. Because I remember in one day when I went to school, suddenly they told our teacher, social studies teacher, Sanga Shastra, that person is rolling in the street because our teacher was a drunkard. We were all surprised, and some of the other teachers went. They brought him, and because he was overly drunk, people watched from a distance, and Lord Nityananda and Srila Haridas Thakur went there at that time. Sometimes they had shown affection for each other, and sometimes they pulled each other hairs. So the Jagai Madhai, sometimes they were showing affection to each other. They feed each other, they embrace each other, and other times they uh, pull each other's hairs and they fight. And they used chakara and vakara obscene words. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is not able to write the words that they are using. Instead, he is telling cha word, va word, like that, such kind of obscene words. Sometimes they ruined the caste of Nadiya Brahmanas. Sometimes they had shown affection to someone. So those people who are drunkards, they are unpredictable. So sometimes they so much abuse others, whomever they meet. Sometimes they show affection even while we are doing book distribution. Sometimes when the drunkard comes, he removes all his money. Whoever is there nearby, call them, take book, I will pay it, like that. When someone drinks, he loses the common sense. They sometimes do flattery and sometimes they speak harshly. Every type of sin manifested in them except the sin of blaspheming the Vaishnavas. So the Jagai Madhai, the greatest advantage they have is they don't have the Vaishnava Sanga. So it is not, in one sense, not an advantage, but Vaishnava Sangha is the greatest advantage. But somehow for these two, they did every sin, but fortunately they never did the Vaishnava Aparadha because they always stayed with the other drunkards, and whatever they are doing to the other drunkards and other common people, but they never met the Vaishnavas and they never did the sin of blaspheming the Vaishnavas. As soon as one blasphemes Vaishnavas, all his good qualities are vanished. So they spent time in the company of other drunkards, so they did not get the time to blaspheme the Vaishnavas. When Vaishnavas are blasphemed, they will be ruined, even if all other religious principles are followed. So one may follow all other religious principles, but if they do this one particular sin of blaspheming the Vaishnava, all other religious principles are, there is no use. Still the ruins happen. So there are 6 kinds of aparadhas. One is Hanti. Hanti means killing a Vaishnava. Like Durva, he tried to kill Ambarish Maharaj. It is almost like a killing the Vaishnava. His intention is to kill Ambarish Maharaj. So it comes under the Hanti. Nindanti, criticism, criticizing a Vaishnava. Like we can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is about to take, then the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's son-in-law, Amoga, entered at that place. and he is a fault finder. As soon as he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating a huge quantity of rice, immediately he told this much rice 10 or 12 people can eat. And this lone sannyasi is eating so immediately Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya looked at him, he understood. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is not happy. Then he left that place and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he took a stick and ran behind Amoga to strike. The Amoga, he ran with greater speed and he escaped punishment. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he came back and he begged forgiveness from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please forgive us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, "Oh, what is aparad in this? There is no aparad. Whatever he told truth only. There is finally Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he gave the spices, lavanga, elachi, all those spices, cardamom, and after giving that, he again begged forgiveness. Please forgive us. And the mother of the Sati, the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's wife, she started telling me, my daughter become widow. Like that, she started telling. Finally, the next day, the Samoga, he was contacted with Visuchika, cholera. So finally, by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came out of it. Nindanti, criticism, Ramachandra Puri, he started Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are ants here. Ants here means you must be eating the sweets. Otherwise, why the ants are here? So you are eating the sweets. Out of fear of Ramachandra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reduced his prasad. He started taking only half the quantity. Then again Ramachandra Puri started criticizing. Yuktahara Viharasya. He started quoting Bhagavad Gita. You can't attain yoga means you should have regulated in the eating and sleeping. Why are you eating less? Like that he started criticizing again. So it is mentioned this criticism in Ramachandra Puri started because he started criticizing his own spiritual master, uh, Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri, when he was there on the in the last days before he left spiritual world, he was there and he was passing urine stool in the bed. At that time, Ishwar Puri, he was cleansing it everything with his own hands, and thus he was serving his spiritual master. Whereas Ramachandra Puri, he was doing the opposite. When Madhavendra Puri is crying, calling the names of Krishna and Gopis, he advised, why are you unnecessarily crying? Why don't you meditate on Brahmajyoti? Like that he used to advise. So that created more pain for Madhavendra Puri, who told him, leave this place. So in that way, then he got the tendency to criticize others, which is which is a offense, criticizing the Vaishnavas, because one brahmachari, one very senior brahmachari, out of very genuine reasons, he was not coming to Mangalarti. He gets up early morning, but he has very genuine reason not coming. And I was thinking in mind, why he is not coming? All others are coming, and even telling a few other people who are close to me. Then I saw one devotee who is a car driver by profession, but he comes every day for morning program, and he serves Charnamrut, Grossa devotee. Then he goes to, because he is serving Charnamrut and the devotee is not coming, so he takes in a small bottle Charnamrut and gives to the devotee by going four on the staircase. So I was thinking, I was doing aparadh, although he has genuine reasons why he is not coming to morning program. Whereas this simple devotee very into this particular devotee because he is not coming to the hall. And another time also, I was telling one little bit, one of the senior, I was telling about another very senior devotee. See, that devotee had issues. He had piles operation, and still he is eating the pizza and all these things. He is not able to give up. So this, I thought this whoever is he will appreciate my observation. Immediately he chastised me. Jai Samna dosha. Don't find fault with the powerful people. Otherwise, you need to face the consequence. Serving is doing the fault finding, and that's why those the Ishwarpuri he became the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he served his guru, whereas Ramachandra Puri he gave pain to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always respected him, whatever he has done. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is afraid of him. He is afraid of him and reduced his uh, prasad. And also, he is afraid. He is telling, why are you reducing prasad like this? Dveshti, harboring ill feelings to a Vaishnava. Na abhinandanti, not greeting the devotees. This is also one upright. Getting angry to devotees. Prudite. Na harshanam darshane. Not to be happy on seeing the devotees. So we can see even Lakshman is not very happy to see Bharat in the Chitrakoot. Immediately he told Lord Ram, immediately get up, bring our bows, arrows. It is Kovidara tree is there, pomegranate tree is there on this chariot. I think Bharat is coming, he is coming to kill us. So immediately Lord Ram told, if Bharat is coming, why we need all the arrows, bows, etc. So because of Lakshman committing that aparad to Bharat, he got the reaction of harsh words from Sita Devi. Sita Devi told, you came to the forest with intention of enjoying me. So why are you not going? Your brother is calling Lakshmana, Sita. Actually, Maricha was calling, but you are not going because you want to enjoy me. In that way, Lakshman actually the arrows entering into his ears. He went through that pain because he did this Vaishnava Aparadha, suspecting Bharat. And Sita Devi did the offense of Lakshman. So these are the things. Hanti, Nindanti, Dveshti, Vaishnavan na Abhinandanti means not greeting a Vaishnava. Prudyate, becoming angry at a Vaishnava. Yati, na harsham darshane, by seeing them not feeling happy. Patanani sat. So these are the 6 ways. Whoever kills or blasphemes a Vaishnava, whoever is envious of or angry with a Vaishnava, whoever doesn't offer obeisances or feel joy upon seeing a Vaishnava, certainly falls into a hellish condition. According to this infallible scriptural decree, the Yavanas, along with their families, were soon destroyed by severe diseases like cholera, smallpox. So the context here is about Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, because he is chanting the holy names, the Yavanas, they started telling, why are you chanting the Hindu names, Hindu god names? So immediately they punished him, but and thrown him his dead body into Ganges. But he came back into life and went to the king again. Wonderstruck. So it is mentioned here, after some time, the Yavanas with their families were destroyed by severe diseases. krudyate, na harshanam darshane. These are the 6 offenses. And the reactions for these offenses are aruchi, no ruchi. Ruchi means taste. Aruchi means no taste. Offender will never develop a taste for the chanting of the holy name. So many times we'll be asking this question, why I am not getting taste? I don't like to chant. I don't like to, somehow I am completing it as a ritual. There may be reasons, but one of the reason is it is a reaction to committing aparadh. And kutilata, crookedness, it means to engage in devotional service. Basically, crookedness means inside one thing and outside one thing. That kind of attitude develops in a person who committed the offenses. Ashraddha, faithlessness. Once faith loses, like Srila Prabhupada and one of the disciple, Purushottam. So Prabhupada told man never entered the moon. But the Purushottam, he was actually, he was feeling no, Prabhupada is telling wrong. And slowly he was losing that faith. And Prabhupada was, he used to make, one time they were making puri. Yamuna Mataji was making puri. And somehow Prabhupada called her in between. So she went upstairs and speaking to Prabhupada. Meanwhile, the oil in that kadai that got caught fire. Immediately, Yamuna Mataji and Purushottam ran inside. They somehow brought that fire under control. But their clothes, face, everything became black. At that time, Janaki came there from outside. She entered. She saw Prabhupada. She saw these two with the black faces, black cloth. Or immediately she asked, what happened? Prabhupada told, Purushottam went to moon, like that. Prabhupada told. And he was, in that way, Prabhupada used to make it as light as possible, but somehow he took it very seriously. And one day he left. Ashraddha, the faithlessness, asakti, undesirable attachment to things which destroy faith in the Lord. So this is also one of the result of offense to result of the committing offenses. Then is Saitanya, slackness in devotional service. Initially, we may be very strict in bhakti, want to chant extra rounds on Ekadasi, or attend all the classes in the temple hall, full morning program, very strict. But slowly, there is a slackness in the bhakti. One of the reason is due to the offenses. Then Pramada, pride in being advanced in devotional service. So one may be doing bhakti rightly, but he feels, he or she feels, okay, I am very nice devotee, like that. So these are the various offense. The Jagai Madhai, they did everything. They did Anti, Nindanti, Dveshti, Na Abhinandanti, Krudyate, Na Harshanam Darshane. They did everything, but not to Vaishnavas. Somehow they did not do this. That's why sin and aparadh. Sin is compared to Dhuli Lepa, whereas aparadh is compared to Vajra Lepa. Dhuli Lepa means it covered with dust. If we wipe it, it goes away. But Vajra Lepa, it is very difficult to remove. So aparadh is very serious thing. Vaishnava aparadh. This Jagai Madhai, somehow they did not do this Vaishnava aparadh. So one devotee was mentioning how to impress Krishna. If you really want to impress Krishna in Vrindavan, then you cannot impress him by memorizing verses from the Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Because there are Pandits here who knows all the Shastras by heart. You cannot impress him by going around Govardhan bare feet, because here people crawl around him and bow 1 or 2 times in each place. He will not impress him with some wealth, because powerful kings have been here. Krishna is not impressed by all this because Vrindavan has seen all this. But what will really impress Krishna is if the devotees around you are pleased. If locals from mosquitoes to great saints are pleased with you, if you can satisfy them, then you can impress Krishna in this way. So that's why the sutra is attentive chanting and attentive dealings. So we need to deal with the devotees nicely, so that they will not be. That is the way to impress Krishna. So in that way, Jagai Madhai, although they did all kinds of sins, they did those sins in the company of the drunkards. So they did not get time to blaspheme the Vaishnavas. That is how they were saved, and they received the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, which will come in the future verses. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what a beautiful class. You have explained us very nicely what is the sin and how many different types of sins are there. What made them to get this mercy of Nityananda and Haridas, that they did not do Vaishnava Aparadha, they did a lot of other things. I really, we have heard in many classes, but it really made me think that thinking of that one is like a body, not the soul. That is also a sin. That is really, yes, we heard in purports of Srila Prabhupada, but I was thinking when you put under the sin and you are explaining it, it made me think more, Prabhuji, on that point. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you. Prabhuji, are you able to hear us? We see that you're not connected to audio. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Priti Vilasni Mataji.
We can just wait for 2-3 minutes, and then if Prabhu doesn't return, we can log off.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji.
Yeah, we'll end.
Yeah, we will end, Mataji. Yeah, thank you, dear devotees, for joining us. Sorry for the no question and answers. Prabhuji had to drop off because of the internet connection. We'll end the call here. I would like to offer my obeisances to all the Vaishnavas and Prabhuji. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyevacha patidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Grace Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Ending the call, dear.